Alright, welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn modded playthrough of Colombia. We are jumping right in with the fight for Guatemala in a month. Assuming my game doesn't freeze and crash and die and burn right here before the fight. Kind of hovering around positive and negative income too, as far as what we're bringing in for the nation. If we were actually bringing in enough money, I would probably boost our spending on industrial projects. But we are not. It is very finicky right now. I don't know why it's fluctuating that much. But it is. Yeah. So got some weird things going on in the region. Got Colombian troops moving towards Mexico. Russia pushing back Japan. Looks like Russia has mounted some sort of like counterattack on the east. Whereas the west is kind of collapsing. The west towards Europe. This guy, he is a dictator, and we are going to be a dictator for another 2 or 3 years. We'll see. Saw a US flag pop up. I think that was a unit flag too. I don't know where that was. Like, I guess it's Puerto Rico. So maybe I'm Puerto Rico, but who knows? Alright, checking this out. We got our rail lines done. Building our supply hubs. So supply issues are getting reduced. You do have extreme attrition though. And here looks like most everyone's at battle tested. We are about to have everyone be a regular, which I am happy with. Oh, good. Spy agency. I should be recruiting an agent too. Yeah. We've got her in Mexico. Let's get this guy actually in Brazil. Like, I mean, that is early research. I'm going to go ahead and get that going. Our unemployment rate is too high. It really is. All right. So the justification is finished. All right. So let's go ahead and start our actions. Man, they stockpiled a ton of units there. That is going to be tough. Yeah, because they're going to have mechanized units. Probably lose the offensive action. So we're going to find out. Well, if we are breaking the entrenchment, yeah, we'll end up walking through this. We're going to walk through it because their entrenchment's gone. They'll reinforce with weaker units. Yeah, versus 200, you're now down at 100, 170. If we could get that the 200 bonus entrenched unit off the field, we're way better off. Yeah, we're taking losses. So we lost our battle hardenness, or battle tested. So they're fluctuating between getting the promotion and not. Oh, we did walk them out. No, 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 no. We gotta make sure that front line is the right width. Do not want them going to the wrong place. Have them entrench if possible. Can be very difficult to get units in there in time. Hmm. Yeah. So they are putting pressure with a counterattack. Not great. We're having supply issues. Yeah, our attack there failed in the south. All right. And that's a ton of armies they could have. Hmm. I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, we've got 152 capacity. I'm gonna train a couple more air assault brigades. We'll go ahead and add to that. I want counter guerrilla forces as well. But I want 4 of these. Because I'm just going to throw one into a full army group. Or army of an army group. 1 each. And then this, I think I'll be fine with another 20 stack. Something like that. All right, so we got the 2025 OLEV orbital launch vehicle. And so this would be 16 years ahead of time, with the research itself taking something like 5 years or less than 5 years. And this is 6 years ahead with 2 years of research. I'll go ahead and get that done. We got this guy whose lip is like raised, which is weird. All right. How's the attack? Yeah, I think everything there is fine. Looks like we're holding our ground a little bit better. I wouldn't call it good by any means, but it's better. That's 3 years. This is also 3 years. You know what works too? Productivity bonus. Oh, we took it. Guess we're attacking. And we'll be attacking from 2 different directions now. I'm curious how he manages this fight. Looks like we're doing okay. Attrition-wise. They are pushing us out. See, that's rough. They committed to the bit. Yep. That's rough. As long as we don't let them entrench, I think we're fine. Especially with the vehicles. That's crazy that he has a 48 unit division he can have. Or army. Okay. Battle station's done. Radar would be ahead of time. Could do landing. Gives us another plane capacity too. Not useful right now, but it will be. They're throwing everything they can in here to defend. Yep. Looks like... Yeah, we're just not going to be able to hold it because of that org loss from moving being too great. I don't know. Kind of an interesting... Yeah, they're just repositioning. Unless we take that center mountain. If we can take that hill, it's kind of huge because then we take their capital. No. They're gonna fight for it. So do we have the preferred tactic here? Should be offensive breakthrough. We take no losses. We just get a 15% offensive tactic bonus. Yeah. I don't know if that messes with their supply or not. I'm sure it does though, right? Ambusher. Camouflage expert. I gotta get it. I gotta give him ambusher. United States declared war on Iran. I might be in the realistic timeline right now. It's I was not expecting Guatemala to have this many units though. I will say that. They definitely got me there. Alright. I'm going to deploy counter guerrilla forces. Air assault I don't need. In those forces. So let's go over here. We'll take the 20 stack. Those are going to get reevaluated. We need a lieutenant colonel that's fairly good. Commando expert. I guess we'll just go with him. And we'll add one force there. Go ahead and add another one here to SOCOM, probably. No, not SOCOM, wrong one. Alright, so they got rewards. Let's go ahead and give them attack bonuses. For their citations. I'll give them a little bit of an edge on their offensives here as we're stack bonuses. Probably would be better to have no experience loss, but this looks like this worked out. Okay, so they capitulated. We do get the rubber, so I'm going to demand that. We're going to puppet the other state. Submit that. Okay. So that does give us access to enough rubber. Barely. It'll give us more factories, though, for sure. I think it doubles our traded factories. A lot of benefits for doing that. Gives me a border now with Mexico that, I'm going to be honest, this looks like it would be absolutely a nightmare to attack, especially if the US joined them. All right, resources that I could still grab. Steal from those two territories. I could try and just influence my way to a victory. Cuba here would be nice. No one's going to go help Cuba. Because we're supposed to be their friend. about to annex Nicaragua. Let's check out what Brazil can field. I don't have enough intel still. Their navy is crazy. And I don't know what a Colossus class is. It sounds intimidating. So yeah, they have 4th gen fighters that they seem to be fielding. Pretty good. All right, resource gain. We're gonna want there. There for sure. Anywhere with oil for all the marbles. That's hard. Yeah, that's a tough one. Guess that is it. We'll go ahead and put all these around where they need to be. And then I'll go ahead and early research this. Experimental engine. Oh, we got it. Annex Nicaragua. Go ahead and get rid of that. Should help with our income. This is going to get transferred to one of our basic foot infantry units. Sell everything for scrap we can. Move that unit into that. Oh, did I pick up? I did. Let's get a scientist going too. Let's get this guy. Do nuclear warheads. And all those offices we were building probably helped us out here to get 61,000 GDP per capita. So let's get that lab equipment research slot. And we're just going to be looking for that 10 trillion mark. Production wise, let's go ahead and we'll bump up our communications equipment here. Command and control. Yeah, so we're building. How many power plants do we have? I can't even pop the screen up. That's not good. There we go. You would hope that's fine. That's what you hope, at least. Let's see. Are there offices on order? I think I have some. All right, I'm going to go ahead and bump up The building's there. Let's get Guatemala's stuff up as well. All their infrastructure improvements need to be added. Uh, infrastructure. Can't build nuclear power plants. Let's see. I mean, those will finish up pretty rapidly here. You've got Honduras. Yeah. It'd be nice if I could get Honduras as a part of us, but it's not going to happen quickly. Yeah, we're only at 55% foreign or independence from foreign influence. Hmm. Mexico. Mexico always has a ton of divisions, too. Oh boy. So this is the choice you get to make. Do you go for the Mexicans or do you go for the Brazilians? Can't see what their stockpile is. I do know that they have a weaker Air Force and Navy. And economy. Okay, yeah, see. There are the air bases. They're all there. Yeah, so I will have to fight under attack from planes. They got attack choppers. Who knows? Can't move goods across, really. Hmm. See, I don't. If I had my own plane, I would be so much more inclined to do this. Where is the... We just don't have... Where's research right now? 21 days for the medium aircraft. I could do this with 1,000 medium third-gen aircraft, even with bad equipment. This is gonna boost the expenses. Well, that stinks. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna think I'm going to use this slot for aircraft research along with the existing one. Like, we're just going to go hard into aircraft research. I'm going to move our forces on the border. I want to see what Mexico does. Let's go ahead and have everyone train as well from Army Group 2. Yeah, so we'll get everyone over there. I'm gonna imagine I'm not gonna have great supply. That's gonna be quite a problem for me with any moves I make there. Keep up the boom. Yeah, so we are in an economic boom. Nice. Nice. Losing a lot of money because all those units I decided to make. I think I'm going to deploy these early. We'll just go ahead and get them on the field training with our other Special Operations Command group. Nice. Got everyone training right now. We've got 40 divisions. Alright, so that gives us 4th gen on order. This should be done in a few days too. And they are bringing in the reinforcements. IFVs do not fight well in the jungle and also not well on mountains, so we do kind of have a little bit of an advantage just from that sense, but without forts, I don't think we are able to hold this whole entire area. I would want to see forts here. Coastal forts. Are all Guatemalan. Get one Honduran thing, right? Damage road. Oh, we got another operative? Or did we lose one? Did one die? Oh, we must have had one die. Alright, just go ahead and move her over there. How long? 10 days on lab equipment. I'm gonna go ahead and design our first plane. Or not, because I don't have any armaments. Wild. Never mind. Can't even make a biplane with a machine gun on it. That's wild. All right, these are all promoted for the most part. Jordan is having a civil war. So things are going poorly in the Middle East, huh? For the US there. A lot going on. So who won in Jordan then? I think that's the normal leader. So yeah, Western aligned. Pretty sure that's the original guy. All right, so I have aerial refueling. I don't have any aircraft weapons. Oh, that's bad. Free Syrian army took over Syria, so you got this dude. How is this a thing? And Iran's with the entire world, basically. Oh, they joined the Russia war. I see what happened. Oh, the US landed in Russia. That war is over. They got them on both sides. So the US is able to actually naval invade. That's crazy. Well, now they are. Maybe before. I don't know. It's crazy that they're able to naval invade after the patch. That's what I need to say. Or is to specify. Alright, Rudolfo. How much intel do we have about Brazil? Year? Do we have any year on these? None. I just don't see Brazil being able to hold out against us. Alright, we got the stealth frigates. Mexico, sure. They've got enough units here. I'm gonna move Army Group 2 to where it needs to be. So actually, I don't know if that's even what I wanted to see. 43 divisions. There we go. So, early super carriers. Definitely want it. Let's take the research. And well, that's no good. I don't know if I'm gonna make. I should, because I am already almost to autonomous region there. That should make it. I definitely need office buildings though being made. Let's see, what are my options for that? That right there. Pacifico? So that's there. I'm fine with that. And then We'll jump into more aircraft research. We're jumping heavy into aircraft research. I need this production for the actual aircraft with guns whenever we actually get guns. Are you kidding me? No, Guatemala. No. That's all I have to say to that. Get out of here with that madness. If Guatemala thinks they're going to be able to fight their way out of this, it's not happening. I refuse. Mostly, well, I guess I could release them and then claim a retake cores, right? That is an option as well. A war for cores. Yeah, so we got modern landing craft. Does boost invasion, defense, and speed. Not worried about it. Let's see what else I have. Probably modern engines. Definitely need avionics though. We need better planes. Just so we can... Actually, we just need a plane. I don't know what I'm talking about better. Anything is better than nothing at this point. Doctrines available. What am I missing? Base infantry load. Oh, I already have that. Oh. Oh. So you can get more piercing in org. No, we definitely want to be better in the jungle with more org. Our units are already ready for this. That looks like motorized stuff. Movement. Attack. Lowers reliability, but gives you a lot more soft attack. But that gives you reliability. So why even have a reduction? Gives you a hardness bonus. That lowers hardness. But it gives you some org. And a ton of movement speed. Supply usage. Armor. Ooh. 100% of 0 is still 0, so I don't know if we even have this. They give some bonuses to the combat support. But it's not the helicopter combat, it's just the regular combat. Yeah, and this is still utility vehicles. So hardness, defense, and reliability. Gives a health bonus. And a bonus to the combat support. So I'm going to go ahead and try that. Let it ride. Oh, and I'm at time, so. Be nice to have some sort of plane. How do we have debt, period? I didn't even took out a loan. That's pretty wild. Yeah, so let's look at the ledger and then I'll wrap it up here for this episode. Looks like we're at $7 trillion, $7.5 trillion. Oh, there's more to look at. In GDP, there. Territory wise, still the same. Industry wise, did we? Oh, yeah, we definitely passed. We're at the 134 mark now. There's pretty much like 3 tiers that, like, basically where you hit us. You've got the United States, and you've got China and India, and then you have us. Navy, Air Force, Army. Manpower wise, Brazil is fielding a lot more troops than you would hope. Considering we have a ton of divisions. Where are we? We're only fielding 300k and they are fielding 10 times that. That's terrifying. Okay. Logistics. We've got a fair number of vehicles. Nothing crazy. Bunch of equipment there. Don't even have 100,000 guns stocked though. So anyway, that's where I'm going to end it. Thanks for watching. I'll catch everyone on the next episode. We are going to have to fight probably Ecuador and just take the hit with Brazil and just go for it. I think striking early is going to be in our best interest. And also, I don't really see them, like, they could do a naval invasion on us easily because they have a billion naval ships. And they'll also be able to bomb us into oblivion. But it just, if we start taking out these airfields, if we can get to these, yeah, I'll go over the strategy later. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all then.